The official MLB The Show 25 announcement is here, and the cover is glorious. Here we go. I mean, we had the lead up on Sunday. They got everybody's attention. Then yesterday we had Elly leak his cover, which, kind of made sense that it wasn't a leak, right? I don't think that SDS would allow someone to do that. That's in the contract. They have an NDA. But then Gunnar Henderson all of a sudden pulls out the phone. Then Paul Skenes, the Pringles man, well, not anymore. Shave this off, Paul. We like you because of the mustache, okay? Here's the cover. First ever multi-cover athletes for MLB The Show, and also the first ever pitcher on the cover, being Paul Skenes, if you don't include Shohei Ohtani, who's a two-way player, of course. I love it, personally. I think this perfectly exemplifies that we've got the next generation of stars gracing the cover, which is how I think it should be. Like, yeah, you could go Mookie Betts. He won his third World Series championship this year. He's on a very popular team in LA. I like this. You've got three guys on not massive market teams. Paul Skenes playing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Elly the Cruz in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Gunnar Henderson in Baltimore, Maryland. I mean, this is awesome. I love it personally. I'm a big fan. I think all of them have definitely deserved this honor. Paul Skenes, one of the best young pitchers in the game. I know he didn't pitch a ton of innings last year, but when he did, he was better than anybody else. Elly the Cruz, huge jump in his second season. He was awesome last year, one of the most electrifying players in baseball. And Gunnar Henderson, I mean, come on. He had a really, truly great season, but he was fourth in MVP voting. Just shows you how good the competition was. And I know people are going to want to say, what about Bobby Witt Jr.? What about this guy? What about that guy? What if they declined? What if they had other obligations, other agreements? We don't know. All we know is these three are on the cover, and I think they're great choices. So let's go ahead and see what SDS has to yap about. You see Paul Skenes right there. I hate these uniforms. Good God. I know teams are refreshing their City Connects. I hate these. PU, it's written on the chest. I can't stand it. They talk about Paul Skenes, given his journey in high school. I mean, truly one of the best college pitchers and really a pretty good college hitter there at Air Force as well. Elly the Cruz, nice snapshot of him right there. And Gunnar Henderson to wrap up the three. And we've got some very interesting news right here. We are also thrilled to announce that MLB The Show 25 will launch on March 18th of 2025. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and Nintendo Switch. It is current gen only. It will not be on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, which is kind of incredible. Now, the game will be on the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, I don't think they're going to have everything that the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X will have. Now, notably, the Switch 2 will be coming out a little bit after MLB The Show 25 releases. I wonder if they're going to have a separate launch of the game on Switch 2. I think that comes out sometime in April, if I'm not wrong about that. And also, Switch games can play on the Switch 2, but Switch 2 games can't play on the Switch. So they could just have one game available for the Switch, and then you can backwards compatibility essentially for the new console. But again, you're running into the issue of not utilizing the best hardware. If this game is going current gen only for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, think of the downgrade of the Switch. That's been out since 2017. And let's be honest, they've got some really talented developers there, but the hardware is about as powerful as a Leapfrog. I mean, about Etch-a-Sketch performance within that computing power. The game will not be on platform subscription services in 2025. So there will be no Game Pass. There's no free game if you have the Xbox Gamepass Ultimate or whatever they call it these days. So that is disappointing. I mean, And I think it will reflect sales too. That's been a big proponent of keeping MLB The Show on top 10 list in North America since MLB The Show 2021 when it launched free with Game Pass. So that's a big hit for a lot of you guys on Xbox for sure. I'm curious why they made that choice, as it seems that Microsoft, as it's got more aggressive acquiring companies like Activision, they are more and more just trying to get the software into your hands, and then they want you to spend external money on it. You know, get MLB The Show and then spend money on stubs. So very interesting decision right there. Early access will begin on the 14th of March for anyone who purchases the Digital Deluxe Edition. So we've got a March 18th worldwide launch, and then the 14th of March, a couple days earlier, the 14th, I believe, should be on a Friday, I think, and then the 18th is typically a Monday. Let me double check that just for sure, because we have a calendar right here. The 18th of March is on Tuesday, and the 14th is on Friday. Wow, it's almost like I've done this for a little bit. Mark your calendars for a first look at our first gameplay trailer, which will be revealed on February 4th at 9 o'clock PST, 11 o'clock Eastern. That's not correct. 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. The best time zone, as you guys know. Look forward to even more weekly feature reviews, including feature trailer deep dives featuring MLB Network host Robert Flores, and the return of feature premieres from the development team at San Diego Studios, which is very cool. We've become accustomed to in many recent years. Pre-orders will also begin on that February 4th, which will be, I believe, next Tuesday. We're going to get the first gameplay trailer, just a hell of a lot ahead of time of when we got the first one last year, and that's when you're going to be able to pre-order. Now, from the sounds of things here, it does look like there will not be a Legend Edition cover. Like people were expecting it's 25, so it's got to be Barry Bonds. It doesn't seem like that's the case. It looks like the same three guys who are on the main cover, Paul Skenes, Elly, Cruz, and Gunnar Henderson, are also going to grace the Deluxe Edition cover, so nothing too special. Maybe there's some memorabilia, you know, the GameStop partnerships that they've had in the past, the steelbooks like they had, you can see in the background for the Negro League Museum that they had for MLB The Show 24. They could do something like that, but, you know, the bread and butter for most of these games and the deluxe, the digital, whatever they call it, hand job edition, you know, it's the currency, it's the stubs, it's the packs and whatnot. So that's what you can expect coming into next Tuesday, when you can pre-order the game. As I've said many, many times, there is no reason to actually pre-order the game that far ahead of time. If you want to, you can, but you know, if money's tight or whatever, there's no reason to do it. You don't get extra perks for pre-ordering 2 months in advance, although it would really only be about a month and a half in advance because the game is coming out on the 14th, which is honestly pretty soon. If you think about it, it is going to come just ahead of time for the MLB opening series in Tokyo, which will feature the Dodgers and the Cubs facing off, much like they had last year. The Dodgers were in Korea to face the Padres. Very cool, very exciting, you know, getting this news. It's technically a little ahead of time opposed to the last couple of years where we've had to wait for the last day of January, or we had to wait until the last day or the first day of February, rather. We're getting this information a little bit sooner. Just checking into the game on MLB 24. I'm guessing, if you guys are interested, we'll have free cards for Paul Skenes, Elly Cruz, and Gunnar Henderson. Probably a finest version. Elly has not gotten a 99 in MLB 24 yet, so that would be kind of significant. Of course, Skenes and Gunnar Henderson, they already have those 99s, but not finest. So very interesting stuff here. We assumed it was going to be one guy and then a Legends Edition cover. That was wrong. In fact, it's three guys and the same three guys on the Deluxe Edition cover. Well, I guess it's possible that there could be some even higher edition. I won't rule it out. I don't think this means we won't get any big new Legends. I think it means that, maybe they went a different direction this year and they want to highlight the 3 guys that they put on there. Obviously, you have to pay more for 3 than you have to do for 1, right? But a big thing that people are going to want to talk about, and we'll definitely do so in detail in later videos, is the fact that it is going current-gen exclusive. Obviously, we've talked about this a lot already. Very exciting. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out in 2013. At this point, that's nearing 12 years to when those consoles have been released. And obviously, they put out, like, the PlayStation 4. They had upgrades to the Xbox and whatnot. They got a little bit better throughout time. And those are definitely fairly powerful consoles still. But a lot of people have critiqued this new generation of hardware for not really utilizing exactly that. The PlayStation 5 came out in 2020. By the time November rolls around this year, it'll be 5 years, and likely we're well over the halfway point of this console generation already, and just now we're getting to the point where we're making games exclusively for those consoles. I know a lot of single-player games or, not annual release sports games and Call of Duties have already started that trend, but it's high time that we're getting this here. Very exciting. There's a lot of doubts, a lot spread by me too, but glad to see it. I really hope that means the developers can get us a new gameplay engine, improve the game visually a little bit, although I still think it looks quite good. There's always better, right? You can always make things better. And hopefully it'll give us more availability for deeper game modes, enriched franchise and Road to the Show, something that we've been talking about quite extensively, and that sort of thing as well. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to see with the new game coming out in just about a month and a half. What do you guys think about Skenes, Elly, and Gunnar being on the cover? And let me know if you guys are going to pre-order. We'll talk definitely on the 4th when that stuff becomes official, and we can see all the goods that you guys are going to get for getting those pre-orders and digital deluxe versions. So thank you guys for watching this one as always. I'll catch you guys next time.